Yeah, yeah. Rolling up, pulling in, set the scene. From the grill to the van to the dream. Family, faith, fun in the mix. We're talking mobile hustle, learning tricks. Mobile mastery, turn it up, ride the road with me. From the food truck flame to the big RV. Game for the rookies and the OGs. Mobile mastery, stacking up skills like a recipe. You're rolling with a vision and you're rolling with it.
Hey everybody, welcome out to the show. We have a guest, as you can see, to my left, might be right on the camera, but who cares? This is the man, the myth, the legend. He's gonna have time to speak, but I gotta get this plane going here. And when you want to talk about paying attention to detail, my observation is this is the detail master. Everything I've witnessed in his system is detailed and all makes sense. And we'll get to it. Stay tuned. This is Mobile Mastery. We'll be right back. Okay, here we go. We're here with Jake Petrie, right?
Petrie,
Jake?
yeah. Petrie,
yep,
you got it right.
Yep, I got it. I want to say peach, but that's not going to work. Jake is the owner and operator of Drifters.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about Drifters, Jake.
So Drifters is a food trailer. We do oversized, overstuffed hot dogs. They're all spins on existing food. So for instance, like a BLT, a Big Mac, and I make all the toppings myself. We also do French fries and water ice in the summertime. And then in the cooler months, we kind of rotate in a different dessert. We also do fresh squeezed lemonade and fresh brewed tea.
Awesome. Sounds good. And it's delicious.
It is.
Yeah.
The Drifters ketchup. Don't ever leave without the Drifters ketchup.
Yeah,
they make their own ketchup.
Don't ever leave
kind of
without
our
it.
signature flagship, one of our items that we take a lot of pride in. We make our own ketchup. So
And you can tell.
You can tell. It does. It's definitely not Hunt's or Heinz.
At all.
It's the Drifters, baby. It's going down.
That's
so
right.
yeah, it's off the hook. It's really, really good. So we have Jake again. We got Jake on today, and we are going to talk about from the dream to the reality. Jake came in, Jake and his wife, and they sat down, and this is how I met them. They were interested in a food trailer. Mm-hmm. So we went through that whole thing, and what stood out to me when he came in is very, very detailed. And that's a good thing. However, it's such a detail, you could mistaken it for overthinking, but it's not. Then I realized, he's very calculated. Well, they're very calculated, and he was kind of, I call it pacing the steps. He was envisioning his setup, with nothing. So I thought it was very cool. It was amazing. So, yeah. So we're going to talk about the dream, from his dream to reality, because he's operating. How is business, Jake?
it's good. This will be our third year.
Wow,
3
years already.
Yeah, 3 years already.
Man.
Yeah. We started in the summertime. Is when we opened up 3 years ago.
Wow.
Business is good.
Good.
As everyone out there knows, the economy's tough.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So that not only affects us and our business, but it affects every household out there. So business is good, but then your cost of goods are higher too.
Wow.
So just like anything else, a lot of pieces go into that.
Yeah.
But all in all, we're grateful and thankful for being busy.
Awesome. So we got some questions we're going to ask Jake here. Mr. Drifter, I'm going to call him moving forward. Mr. Drifter. I'm going to ask Mr. Drifter. First thing is, why did you choose this business?
So I spent pretty much my adult life working in restaurants and/or the restaurant world, and for majority of the time, obviously, I work for somebody else.
Gotcha.
And I think a lot of times when people step into the realm of ownership for themselves, it's because they burn out working for either somebody else or big corporations. And for me, that's kind of what happened. I just got tired of doing it for somebody else, and I always had a vision of owning my own business.
Gotcha.
And maybe you could say it was kind of in my family. Both my grandparents had their own business. My mom's father had his own printing business, and then my dad's dad had his own tile business. So
Gotcha.
I always thought it always intrigued me to work for yourself. And then I had a background in restaurants, and that's kind of where we landed.
Gotcha. That sounds good. Corinne, you got anything you want to quiz Mr. Drifters about?
No.
Okay.
Not right now. Not yet. Not yet.
She's playing the quiet role. Okay. Next question is, what was your biggest fear or any fears, if you had any?
Biggest fear would be probably letting my family down.
Yeah,
Because
I get it.
the way that things were prior to owning the business, I was a big piece of the income source between my wife and I, and stepping away from that kind of guaranteed paycheck from somebody every week was a huge fear, not only for myself but my wife and my kids are little, and that when you have an income source that you rely on, whether it be weekly, biweekly, monthly, and that you're setting that aside, and you're the only one that kind of has to go out and hunt for your food. That was probably my biggest fear.
Gotcha. Yeah, I understand. I'm pretty sure a lot of you owner operators out there definitely know what he's talking about. It's fearful to step into the unknown.
Yeah,
because regardless of what business you're in, you step out, it's unknown.
Yeah, it is unknown. It is completely unknown. You think you know, and you try to know as best as you can.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
It's uncharted territory.
Yeah.
Are you glad you made the step though?
100%. I wish I would have done it 20 years ago.
You hear that? You hear that? There's some young teenager out there. Some 20-year-old.
Yeah.
If you're wondering, listen to him.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's scary. But if you're self-motivated and you have that desire to work for yourself, do it now.
Yeah.
There's no better time than today.
There you go.
Because
I like that. That's a quotable. Yeah. No better time than today. That's a quotable.
Yeah, I'm so happy I did. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Good stuff.
I'd like to hear.
This is a question that's not a part of the questions, but however, is it harder than you thought? Does it take more than a good food? Does it take more than good food?
It does. It takes way more than good food. And you think you know all the moving pieces. When you get into the heat of the battle, there's way more moving pieces. The old adage of keep it small, keep it all. Sure, that's all fine and dandy until you realize that sometimes you're the cook, you're the prep cook, you're the host, you're the mechanic. You're doing all the work on your trailer. Now, obviously, big shout out to Complete Concessions, obviously, because they help me out with a lot of bigger repairs that I might need. Without them, I wouldn't be here. So, but yeah, a lot more goes into it than just the food. I could sit here and talk about the food all day, but honestly, without my wife, she does all the kind of the behind the scenes things.
All right. Shout out to the wife.
Because she does pretty much all of our social media, all of our bookings. And without her, I'd just be a guy with a trailer. You know what I mean?
And a couple hot dogs.
Yeah, we wouldn't be going anywhere. So
yeah.
Big shout out to her.
Yeah,
Without
there you
her,
go.
we wouldn't have what we have.
That's what's up. That's good. That's
Yep.
good. Next question. I don't know if you can maybe answer this. I'm not sure. What sacrifice that you made hurt the most?
What sacrifice I made hurt the most? It would probably be in the restaurant world. You do have a lot of late nights, but sometimes when you have later events doing this, it's probably sacrificing some times away from my kids. That would probably be the biggest one. I think there's a lot of value and important pieces to being home in the evenings with your family. So that's a big sacrifice. Now, not everyone is a late night event, but when you do have ones or multiple ones in a row,
Gotcha.
I feel like that's when I start to feel it, like when I don't see my kids a lot in the evening. So that would probably the biggest piece.
Perfect. That's wow. Yeah, I was there before, so I understand. Yep.
Yeah.
Next one. How long did it take until you became profitable?
Well, from the jump, we were, I wouldn't say we're extremely profitable, but our costs in what we do are fairly low compared to, if you would say maybe like barbecue truck, right?
Yeah.
You know that they have high cost beef, things like that. Obviously, hot dogs aren't super expensive. So early on, it was I would say probably 6 months into it that we became profitable and rolling and minimizing waste. It takes a lot of time when you're starting from scratch to work out those kinks of how much food are you going to need? How much food? I mean, I remember the first event we went to. I had enough food that I probably could have used for a whole month.
Yeah.
Because you have the fear of you don't want to run out. You don't want to run out. You don't want to be that guy. But then you kindly you tweak pars. You keep getting better at what you're doing, and you minimize waste.
Yeah.
And you get better in time over the big piece of the profitability. I would say is doing good events.
Gotcha.
Are they all going to be home runs? They're not. You're still going to need some of the singles and doubles in there.
Yeah.
They're all not going to be home runs, but you can't go out and strike out. And once you get some time under your belt and you find out what's good and what's not, that really helps grow you being profitable.
Did you catch the baseball analogies?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that was slick. That was slick. That was smooth.
I got it.
That was smooth. I love it. Okay.
Well, wait. What would you tell someone to look for to find the right events to be profitable?
Good one. That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a good question. See my wife? No. There's way more things going on in your community than you realize. Obviously, I would say social media is probably the biggest driving piece. You get a little copycat from people, digging into what they're doing, where they're going. But I would probably say social media is the biggest piece, finding out what's going on in your community. And there's some word of mouth stuff that you hear from people that you might not know about. But that social media is probably the biggest driving force. Now, obviously, you have the stuff that's been going on for years, fairs, things like that kind of everyone knows about. But the smaller first, second, third, fourth, fifth years things, I think that gains a lot of traction on social media.
Gotcha. In this food truck trailer space, what's the best investment you think you've made?
Oof. A TV. I spend a lot of time in there, and the TV kind of comes in handy sometimes for just background noise and music when I'm in there prepping. But secondary thing, the best investment in my trailer that I got would be probably our point of sale system. We use a company called Table Needs.
Gotcha.
And how it operates is very similar to any other restaurant. You have like a front of house computer, front of house window facing iPad.
Gotcha.
And then we also have a iPad in which would the back of the house facing me essentially.
Gotcha.
And then so it might sound crazy where you're like, well, couldn't you just do tickets and turn around and hand them back? Yeah, sure. You probably could. I don't really know how other food trucks, trailers operate. But this is a little bit more technology integrated where the order just comes back to the back iPad. Once it's complete, I can complete it. And then off you go. And it's pretty powerful in some of the sales tracking information that we can look back on from either month to date, year to date, and see what we did at those events and were they profitable?
Nice.
Were they something that we would want to go to the following year?
Yeah.
So yeah, probably our point of sale system.
So I don't know if you guys caught it. I told you the detail, and he makes the steps count. Like you said, he could just grab a ticket, turn around, pass it back, but that's an extra step. That's an extra step in the process, and you count those extra steps up over a week, you lost some time.
Yeah. You lose some time, and there you could play devil's advocate too on that. It's an added cost, right? It's another expense that goes into our business that I think unless you work in this world, you don't realize all the expenses that go into things. A lot of people just think you show up and you're just printing money when you're selling food. If you sat down with somebody, an owner operator, and they really went through all their expenses, you would see. But there's value added to it. You gotta, and that's the biggest thing of sourcing out what adds value to your operation, to your trailer, to your space. So that would be a big one.
Gotcha. Earlier you said you wish you would have started this when you were younger.
Yep.
Do you have any other regrets? And in reference to the food trailer space.
Yep. I don't honestly.
Awesome.
Well, you know what? I probably need a bigger trailer.
Gotcha. We can help with that.
Yeah, I'm at the right place. Probably the space. You're minimized on the amount of space that you have, and as you know, when you build them, right? You're every inch matters, and honestly, I have no regrets from the business standpoint, and honestly, from your help building the trailer out, I don't really have any space regrets. There isn't any equipment in my trailer that I don't utilize every day. Good. Now, do you move things around, shelves, steam tables, right? Things like that. You've put in numerous receptacles for me over the years, and you think where things are going to go, and we have things pretty dialed in, but year to year, you still change some things in your trailer. Honestly, the biggest regret I think if I had to nitpick the trailer, would be I should have got a generator box. For those out there that don't know, your trailer and/or truck, whichever you have, is powered by a generator. And that typically, right, Ron, sits in the front.
Yes.
Most trailers you guys do sits in the front. Okay, so the generator sits in the front, and it can sit out there. They're made to take the abuse and the weather and the rain, but I think from just kind of maybe looks, aesthetics, I probably, if there was one regret I had to get, would probably be that I would have got a generator box. But I know you guys can help me with that in the future.
Sure. Yep.
But no, I mean, I don't honestly, from the business standpoint, I have no regrets. I mean, I wish, like I said, I wish I would have done 20 years ago.
Good stuff.
That was probably my biggest regret. 20 years ago, right?
There you go. How do you stay motivated? Because, hey, I know the long nights and especially the back-to-back events. Something has to keep you going because it's hard work.
It is hard work. It's a lot of hard work. Honestly, the biggest motivating factor would probably be my daughters, my
Awesome.
family. You know,
Yep.
because you're right, you nailed it on the head. There's when you hit some long days, back-to-back days, late nights, early mornings. The prep never ends. It is you do need some sort of motivation. I don't
Yeah.
care who you are.
Yeah.
You know, we could say, oh yeah, we're all self-motivated. Sure, but at some point you're going to hit a wall.
Yeah.
We all
Yeah.
do.
Yep.
And I draw a lot from from my daughters, and
Good.
they're
Good.
younger, and I try to inspire them and show them a path of
Awesome.
what hard work looks like.
Yeah.
But you can chase a dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every big business out there was started small.
a dream.
All the
Someone's dream.
Amazons, the McDonald's,
That's right.
they all started with one store, and a vision and a dream.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Good stuff.
that would be, yep.
Okay, so I want to circle back to something you said earlier when we were talking about the generators. You said you wish you would have got a generator box. You have a platform now.
Yep.
What would you say to the person who comes in, and whether they come to Complete Concessions or wherever they go to purchase a trailer, and they're penny pinching, and they say, "Hey, I'll just load the generator in by hand." What do you say to that person?
Don't.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I get it that money doesn't grow on trees,
Yeah.
and we all have to meet a budget when you design or build things or start your business. But I wouldn't do it in the essence of, I think it looks from a look standpoint, I think it looks nicer. And then from B, longevity of protecting your investment and kind of keeping it out of the weather. Are they made for the weather? Sure, they're made for the weather. But I think you're going to get a little bit longer life out of your generator if you keep it protected. And then, not only, and some people, we have ours mounted to our platform, but I know some people that move their generator around all the time.
Yeah,
and they're heavy.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
That's not something you're just picking up like a box and setting it
Just
down.
wheeling out,
I
yeah.
think you guys use a forklift to get ours on.
Yeah.
You know.
End of the day, you've cooked 400 hot dogs.
Yeah, you're not.
You're tired.
You're not just screwing around with a generator,
Yeah.
moving it around.
And we used to
You're
do
not
that.
doing
And I used to
that
do
was-
that, and I
and that was
realized
rough.
fast
Absolutely
that's
not.
something I would never pinch pennies on.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
That's rough. At the end
Yeah.
of the event, you're motivated when you get
Yeah,
there.
yeah. You're tired when you're done.
Yeah, but
Yep.
when you're done, you are tired.
Yeah,
The
you're
generator is not what you want to try to lug into.
And just like we talked about earlier, like you think you know,
Yeah.
but you don't.
You don't.
You
Yeah.
don't know until you get out there and
Yeah.
you do it. So I would highly recommend if you're looking to do this, get into this. That would be something that you wouldn't want to pinch pennies on.
yeah,
You know.
yeah.
So
Yeah. Okay. Final question in this segment is, what legacy do you hope to leave,
what legacy?
and to whom?
Who? Good question. Well, the legacy I hope to leave is that we served good food,
Good stuff.
and we had an impact on our community in a positive way. I take a lot of pride in, and so does my wife, in being professional, being timely, being respectful. So you want to have an impact on your community in a positive way. And then also I probably go back to my kids. I do they want to do this when they're older? I don't know.
Right,
You
right,
know,
yeah.
maybe they do, maybe not. Maybe they think their dad's a crazy guy selling hot dogs. I don't know.
Yeah.
But at least they know that you can chase a dream.
Yeah. There you go.
And it's real. And you put in the hard work.
Yeah.
It can be rewarding.
That's right.
Not only from the financial stand piece of it being rewarding, but the freedoms of, at the end of the day, you don't really have anybody to answer to except yourself.
That's right.
And there's nobody telling you that it wasn't good enough. And to me, that's a big sense of a peace in your mind, where at the end of the day, you worked hard and you did the right thing.
That's right.
And there's no email waiting for you telling you that it wasn't good enough.
Yeah. Good stuff. Yeah.
So
I always say it's my favorite thing is well, I forgot. Forgot my favorite statement. That must not be my favorite statement. Oh yeah, no, here it is. It's something like someone could pay you to establish their dream, or you could just
Yeah.
pay
Yeah.
yourself to
Yeah,
live out your dream.
I mean, you could work and be the best employee in the world,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, you're helping build somebody else's dream.
That's right.
You
That's
know.
right. Yeah.
Okay. Do we need we?
And that's okay.
Yeah, it's
if
fine.
if that's what you want to do, that's
100%,
okay. Yeah.
155%. I mean, that's what makes the world go round. We
Yeah.
all have to work. We all have to contribute to society and earn a living.
Yeah.
And that's just how it works. And you're going to need people to help you build your dream.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. You're not going to do it yourself. I mean,
It's a small dream if you're doing it.
yeah, it's a
yourself.
small
Yeah,
dream. Yeah.
absolutely.
You could say, keep it small, keep it all. But at some point, you got to grow. That's
right.
And you got to get bigger and better. And, hopefully your business is growing.
Yeah.
It's probably a problem if it's not.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. Right.
And
Doing something right.
growing's hard. It's not easy. You guys know firsthand the growing pains, the trying to find people, trying to step to the next level. It just takes time.
Yeah.
It's not something that happens overnight.
What's next for Drifters?
What's next for Drifters? Man, I don't know. There's days where I think it's another trailer. And sometimes I know I said earlier about having a bigger trailer, which I think we would probably need a bigger trailer. But then there's times where I'm like, maybe we need a smaller trailer and just hit a few other smaller events.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
But then I go back to, I think it's probably a brick and mortar.
Gotcha.
I just think it'll be easier to have more storage space, operate out of, trade off for the brick and mortar is that you're there probably more hours, you're there regardless if it's a busy day or not,
Yeah.
Where you could, in this world, you do an event, good or bad, it's probably over in anywhere from 2 to 4 hours.
Right. Right.
And then, you're back home or wherever it may be, or chasing food around or whatever. But restaurant setting, obviously you're there a lot more. And then you need more manpower to do it.
Yeah.
You're not just doing it with 4 to 6 employees. You have a lot more employees, more headaches.
Yeah.
More payroll.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a lot of moving pieces. But I honestly, the more the years that go by that we do this, and I think about it, I probably think it's a brick and mortar.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Now, I don't know if this is I'm going to assume it's intentional. But, and then I said this earlier, you seem to be very meticulous about the details.
Yeah.
Why? I'm just going to flat out ask why.
Yep. I think the details matter. I mean, sometimes people think, well, it's only one little thing, or it's only one little step, or it's only one corner I cut. Well, all those details add up to the big picture.
Right.
And you could go through a million small details of, we take a lot of pride in, I cut our produce every day, fresh, and we try not to use it from day to day, just because I think you have more value added in having fresh things. So that's a small step. Another small step would be at the end of the day when you're tired and you just want to call it a day, is cleaning and making sure things are right for the next day.
Yeah.
And that's a small
big
step in
piece.
setting yourself up the next day for success and not walking into things being a mess.
Wow.
And then the small details of just being, like I said, being professional, being punctual, and having a good social media presence.
Yeah.
And I can't really take credit for that. Like I said, my wife does that, but she is meticulous about the details and making sure things are responded to in a timely manner. And there's so many different moving pieces in the business that are small steps and being meticulous to that I think add up to the big picture of being successful and being profitable in what we do.
So just so you guys know, when I say the details, I'm just going to give you, and you could tell, and you also, Corinne, because we're customers of Drifters. So
Yes.
so yeah, we
All
are.
the time.
So I'm going to tell you what I mean. So for one, if you get anything you get from Drifters, it's Instagram ready.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Presentation is yeah.
on a million.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So you can take the picture immediately. So,
Yep.
And so someone has to think, and I'm going to assume it's Jake and his wife, his team. Someone has to think, well, someone's going to take a picture of this.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I want it to look good. When it comes out, it looks good. I mean, the onions, they all cut the same size. I'm paying attention to this stuff. The onions are dialed into the right size.
Yep. Absolutely.
The chili is laid on perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a businessman, so he goes the extra mile, and the bun he uses is not cheap.
Even the hot dog.
Even the hot dog.
It's like cut, like
the hot
spiraled,
dog has
actually.
like this little
spirals.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me tell you something. This is what I'm talking about,
Yep.
detail. So it's almost, I'm going to give you a little analogy. It's almost like you have a general contractor that, we're building this house, right? You have a general contractor, and the general contractor, he hires someone to come in and do each part of this house build. Someone to lay the concrete foundation, someone to do the framing. And every one of these subcontractors, they're good at what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Drifters is the general contractor, the subcontractor.
Yeah.
And
everything.
And they're good at all of it.
And it tastes good. I haven't had nothing
And
bad.
then to
Ever.
top it off, it tastes good.
Yeah, it tastes amazing.
Give us some of your hot dog combinations you got.
Yep. I just want to kind of touch on what Ron
Sure.
said there. That is, I kind of slipped my mind. The details in the presentation are really important to us,
Yes.
right? And it took us a long time to nail down like the right size. We call them boats that we put the hot dogs in. There's probably 7 different sizes, right? So we went through so many different combinations of, is the boat too big? Is it not too big? Is it when the customer is holding that, is it flimsy? Is it not flimsy?
See?
And then the paper, like the check paper we use, different colors. Did the color combination make sense? Right?
Wow.
So a lot of pieces went
Told
into that to nailing it down. It just doesn't happen overnight. You don't just show up and magically you have all the pieces to serve your food, right?
Yeah.
It takes a long time. We kind of just started using trays over the past few years, like the corrugated.
Yeah, that was neat when you offered us a tray the other day.
I think
that
there's
was-
value in that too,
that was
because
nice.
people a lot of times there's nowhere to eat at some of these events outside, and
Yeah.
people struggle, right?
Comes in handy.
We noticed that giving food out to people that they're like, well, how do I hold it and eat it at the same time, right? So
that mom with that kid.
you see them juggling things. So the trays are kind of something that we
Super smart.
started using the past year, and they work out good. But getting back to what you said, some of the combinations, I would say if you had to pick the top 3 ones that we sell, right? Chili dog. But I think that's a lot from people are scared to step outside the realm of some of these different toppings.
yeah,
on hot
yeah,
dogs,
yeah.
right?
All right.
But it's not just chili. I'm not just getting chili out of a can and heating it up, right? I'm roasting the chili for 4 hours, making it myself. Second one would probably be jalapeno popper, which is a cream cheese spread that I roast jalapenos and I mix in with the cheese and some spices. And then it's topped with fresh jalapenos, bacon, and crumbled breadcrumbs and chives.
Wow.
Wow.
And then we sell a lot of the BLTs. So basically, your BLT that you would make at home, but kind of on steroids, right? So it's a garlic aioli spread that goes in the bun. The hot dog then, obviously, and topped with lettuce, tomatoes, and bacon, and oregano, dried oregano on top.
Sweet.
Let's try that next.
But yeah, the details, and going back to that, they matter. We get our rolls from a bakery in Philly. They're like a split top roll, and butter them and grill them to order. So things aren't sitting around. That we take a lot of pride in having fresh ingredients.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, what we're going to do now is what's called the lightning round. So, Corinne, you're going to ask me and Jake these questions.
I'm scared.
Rapid fire, rapid fire, rapid fire.
Okay.
Right there. See those?
Okay.
So, Jake's the guest, so he answers first.
Okay.
Gives me time to think.
All right. Let's see. Gas or diesel?
Gas.
Okay.
Gas.
Yeah. Okay. Cash or card?
Cash. Less things to go wrong with a card transaction.
Oh, yeah.
Preferably card if we have good internet signal, but yeah, if not,
That's
cash.
shaky. Favorite event you've ever worked?
Favorite event? Food truck competition 2 years ago.
Okay.
The concerts on the river in Harrisburg, the Roots concert.
Okay. All right. And then your least favorite event?
Oof. We did one early on for a medical business in York.
Okay.
And I think we had 2 customers.
We did a neighborhood one time.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the host didn't even tell the neighborhood. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right. Okay.
yeah,
Yep.
we kind of showed up, and we were
That
all,
was it.
we were all out of place.
Yeah.
Yep.
One food you could never sell.
One food I could never sell. Oh man, that's a tough one. Probably something in the vegan world, just because I'm not a big, huge vegetable vegan type of person.
Veganite.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean there's nothing wrong against it.
Yeah.
You
We
know,
love our
Don't-
vegans. Yeah, we love our
don't
vegans.
attack me for it.
Yeah.
But just probably that, just because I'm not that versed in maybe different the ways of preparation for those foods.
Black licorice.
Okay. Different.
I don't like it, so
Okay.
can't sell something I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
necessarily
yeah,
like. I wouldn't even know how to sell it to you.
Coffee or energy drinks?
Honestly, I don't drink either.
Okay.
I used to drink coffee. I don't really anymore, and I never really was a big energy drink person.
Okay.
I never drank energy drinks. I don't drink coffee anymore, but yeah, coffee, I guess.
Coffee. Okay.
People probably call us crazy if people say don't trust people that don't drink coffee.
Right.
That's what my brother always
Yeah,
says.
hey, I guess I'm a liar.
I
Then.
don't know how you do it. Let's see. One piece of equipment you couldn't live without.
My generator. I wouldn't have any power to run my business.
True.
Oh, convection oven.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then your favorite food truck meal.
My favorite food truck meal. I'm gonna have probably a split decision on this.
Okay.
Waco Taco has some killer food that I had there, and Piper Bell's has some killer barbecue as well.
Okay.
I'm a sucker for a hot dog, so I'm chasing a hot dog down wherever I go. So, Drifters hot dog,
Okay.
best hot dog, and I'm not saying that because it's here. I've said that often. Best hot dog out in the game. And anyone else? Anyone else I like? You heard me say I like food truck wise.
Down south, but not here.
Yeah. I'm Drifters. I'm gonna stop right there. I don't want anyone getting upset with me.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave it there.
Your biggest business pet peeve.
Biggest business pet peeve would be when hosts of events aren't transparent on the amount of people that are going to be there and or the amount of trucks that are going to be there, because a lot of pieces go into that for prep for when you go into an event.
Yeah.
What was the question again?
Biggest business pet peeve.
Well, I don't know how to word this, but it's hard to get across to the customer how much effort you're putting into this product.
So that's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard to kind of
Convey that without saying that.
Yeah, without saying
Yeah,
it.
people think you just show up and you just
it's
start making
here.
money.
You're just
Yeah.
cooking a hot dog.
It
They just
doesn't-
think, hey, for instance, you're just cooking a hot dog.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah,
much,
so
a
much
lot
more.
more
goes
than
so
into
much
it.
more than that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's see. If you had 25,000 to start over today, what would you buy first?
Honestly, I know I wavered on it, but probably a bigger trailer. You just you run out of space, and as you grow, you see the opportunity to make more money at some of these places, and sometimes you're maxed out on what you can bring, and execution wise to just get the food out.
Yeah. What was the question again?
If you had 25,000 to
1,000.
start over today, what would you buy first?
Oh, man, I don't know. Well, I was in the barbecue space, so I would buy a rotisserie smoker.
Okay.
I would buy a Southern Pride automatic, and you could get some sleep at night.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
All right.
easy.
Yeah.
Cool. That's the end of that, guys.
Into that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have any final thoughts, Mrs. Simmons?
I do not.
Okay,
All right.
Jake. Anyone you want to shout out? Anything coming up? Anything you want to let the viewers know about?
Shout outs. I would shout out one of my high school friends, Brian Rooney. He was kind of the mastermind, but behind our logo
Oh, sweet.
and our design.
Okay.
We knew what we wanted. The kind of the hot dog guy with the surfboard, but I have the artistic talent of a small child. So
Stick figure.
Yeah, stick figure.
Gotcha.
When I gave it to him, it was probably a stick figure, and he made it come to life.
Sweet.
And without, I think there's a lot of value in the branding piece of it.
Yeah, for sure.
So without him, big shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to him.
And then probably shout out to my parents. They taught me how to work hard and
Good stuff.
and shout out to you guys. Honestly, I wouldn't be. Probably the biggest shout out is Complete Concessions.
Man, we'll appreciate it.
When I came up here, we had a vision, right? And then the vision turned into a dream. And Ron and his team held my hands through the whole process. And I couldn't be more thankful for what you guys have done for me.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yep. And final thoughts from myself. Pay attention for drifters. Honestly, and I'm not just saying this. When they're at events I've been to that they're there, they just stick out. And I don't know what it's. I can't like pinpoint it. So it's a combination of things. The logo, of course. The orange, color orange, the name. The name is intriguing. It kind of draws you in. You want like, what's drifters? Oh, what do you mean? Everything just looks so clean and professional.
Yeah, definitely clean. That's important.
So I'm big a lot of these our parent company, which is Complete Concessions. We sell food trailers and service trucks and trailers. So we service on the service side. I see a lot of trailers come in and some of them are filthy.
Yeah.
And you're asking me to now go in and fix something, but I'm sliding around on grease and all types of things. However, every time Jake brings the trailer, it's clean, and I pay attention to those things. One, because I eat out of it, and two, I'm gonna have to send some guys or myself in to fix something, and sometimes it's hard to tell some guys, hey, go in there and fix this fryer or do this.
And it's gross.
And it's sliding around and I've seen some nasty things. Boy, I could give you a list of things not to visit, places, but I'm not the health and tea place. That's not what we're here for.
Yeah.
But so I'm just appreciative that they stand out at events and he takes pride. They take pride, and it's clean trailer. So if you don't know, chase the taste. That's the motto.
Yep. Chase
Drifters,
the taste. Baby.
chase the taste.
Yep.
Check them out. Hot dogs are phenomenal. And Jake and his wife, they're just awesome people. So that makes it even sweeter. Like my daughter said, the ketchup is off the hook.
Yeah, you cannot leave. I wish they would bottle it up and sell it, but
We're actually kicking
here we go.
around, and moving into the bottling piece of it.
Okay, good.
Something I'm not really versed in, so it's just like anything else. like when you said it doesn't happen overnight.
Right. There you go.
So you got to
Absolutely.
dig into things, find out what it looks like. How does it work? Is it profitable?
Yeah.
Does it make sense? But we do get that a lot from customers
Yeah.
about the
Yeah.
bottling piece of it. So something I think, you just got to try and make time for it.
Absolutely.
Wintertime's a little bit slower. So I think maybe that might be something we tackle this wintertime.
Piper Bells has sauces.
Yeah, Piper Bells.
So he's probably versed.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's versed. I saw his sauces in Giant.
Yep. Yeah. They were actually. They just told me that I think this spring that they were going to be in Giant, which is huge.
Yeah.
Shout
That's
out to
good.
them, man. That's awesome.
good. That's good. That's
Yep.
good. It was a dream, and now it's a reality. And if you don't know, again, check out Drifters and your socials, Jake. Website, socials.
Facebook is Drifters PA. Instagram is @eat.drifters.
Awesome.
Website is eat.drifters@gmail.com. So hit us up on social media, give us a follow, give us a like. Probably the best way of communication would be through email.
Awesome.
We'll get back to you. We try to get back to everybody within 24-hour time period.
There you go. There you go. So I hope you guys were paying attention. Jake dropped some major gems. Yeah, this is good. This is good.
Yeah.
This is good.
Great.
What's coming up for us next, Corinne? Anything?
Um,
Oh, hold on. It's her birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday. Wow, I almost forgot.
yeah.
How do you feel?
Old, but it's fine.
You got any birthday plans?
No.
Yeah, she does. She's going to go see Chris Brown and what's this guy? Usher.
Yeah.
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 Cool.
It'd be
Cool.
good. Yeah.
Cool. She's having a good time. So I'm watching my grandson this weekend. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's fine.
Okay. Again, we're here with Jake from Drifters. This is Corinne. I'm Ron. We'll see you next week. Peace out.
Peace out.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Rolling up, pulling in, set the scene. From the grill to the van to the dream. Family, faith, fun in the mix. We're talking mobile hustle, learn the tricks. More mastery, turn it up, ride the road with me. From the food truck flame to the big RV. Game for the rookies and the OGs. More mastery, stacking up skills like a recipe. You're rolling with a vision and you're rolling with it.